Hi everybody, this is Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Sensi consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Now, today here in Australia is Wednesday, and a lot of people refer to Wednesday as Wax Wednesday. And here on Wax Wednesday, I have created a little series that I like to do called My Ultimate Six Packs. So, in this series, I take a theme and I base it on the premise that I have access to Sensi's full database that has been available in Australia. I will be delving maybe into some other regions, scents that we've never had in Australia, in a couple of segments later on, but for the majority, I'm focusing on scents that I have experienced myself. And with that theme, I create what I would deem as my ultimate six pack. Why did I choose 6 bars? Well, on the most majority, 6 is the best deal you can get for when purchasing bars. It's basically buy 5, get 1 3 for $50 here in Australia. So that is the best bundle and save deal you can normally get. Currently we are in Enliven the Senses week, and Sensi have got a 10-pack special going on, which is even better. But that's kind of a one-off special. It's a limited time only special. Normally your best possible way of buying bars is in a bundle and save 6-pack, which is why I'm running with the My Ultimate 6-pack themes, because if I'm going to buy some bars, I'm going to go for my best possible deal, and that is your bundle and save 6-pack. So, I have said many a time, I'm a seasonal melter. So, the last 2 videos focused on a 6-pack that I could warm all year round, and a 6-pack that would be my go-to summer melts. This theme is my winter 6-pack. So these are going to be wax bars that I would typically reach for during the cooler, colder months. For me personally, in winter, I want something warm and cozy and inviting. Something I can curl up in bed with a good book or watch a good movie to, and just feel warm and cozy. So on the whole, a lot of the time I will reach for those rich, warm bakery scents. I will also reach for deep, dark, woodsy scents, and something that might be a little bit spicy. So that tends to be my go-to a lot in winter. So let's see what I chose for my winter scents. I admit this is probably going to be a harder one for me than other themes I have come up with, because here in Australia both our summer and winter catalogue are normally heavily fresh based, heavily fruit based, quite a bit of floral based, a little bit of citrus based, not much in the realm, and not much usually in the realms of bakery, woods and spice, which is my winter go-to. Here in Australia, for our bakery, woods and spice, I think we rely a lot on our limited time only collections, and I will throw them into my Sensi Club because I know we don't get much of a choice, so I can have just that little bit of a more choice when it comes to my winter enjoyment. So let's delve into what I chose as my ultimate 6-pack anyway. So if I'm not going to drop them everywhere. So the first one I chose, this came out in our last harvest collection. It came out as a 3-pack. So this was around Halloween time, our harvest collection comes here. And I chose Toasted Acorn and Oak. This is now in my Scentsy Club. This was the surprising one to me. On its description, I would have thought this would have been the least favourite out of probably that collection, and that I probably wouldn't have liked it. I would have thought it would have been just a nutty scent, maybe slightly burnt from the toasted description, but I kind of felt that way about toasted marshmallow too. That word toasted throws me off in my mind, and then when I smell them, I fall in love with them. So I don't know if it's that just that word toasted plays and makes me think burnt when it's not burnt. So Tasted Acorn and Oak. It is very nutty, but it's a creamy nutty. So you get this rich, warm, creamy nut, and that toasted kind of almost adds this maple syrupy sweetness to it. When it's warming, it's just warm blanket inviting you in and enveloping you. This is the scent that I can sit down with a book to read and I can smell winter. You get that woodsy note from the nuts, but you get that creamy, syrupy sweetness as well. It is absolutely beautiful. It is in my Scentsy Club. I have toyed with the idea, can I take it out of my Scentsy Club? I don't know, but it definitely made my ultimate 6-pack for one that I would enjoy all year round in all rooms. I would pop this in my bedroom. I will pop this in the lounge room. I will pop this in the kitchen. I probably wouldn't pop it in a bathroom or a laundry. I tend to like clean, green, occasionally cologne-y scents. I tend to like more the fresher scents in a laundry and a bathroom. But for the rest of the house, you betcha, this will go around the rest of my house and I'll enjoy it during the winter months. Number 2 in my decision for an ultimate 6-pack. So, this to me is a scent memory. Every time I smell this, I'm reminded of weekends as a young child after Christmas. We've spent the night at my Italian grandmother's house. She's cooked us up a big, massive feast of whatever you want, and then she still tried to stuff you and tell you she's going to go back into the kitchen and make more if there's nothing you like on that feast of goodies on the table. The next morning, you've woken up feeling a little bit bloated but happy. Christmas morning, you've opened your presents and you're sitting on the kitchen with my grandfather, who is English, and he's making homemade porridge for breakfast. You can smell that homemade porridge coming off the stove top. So that is crumb top. So that's the scent memory I get when I get this, warm this. But when I warm this, my 14-year-old son smells apple pie. There's no apple in this. It's basically a crumb top scent. It is a creamy oat scent. It does have a little bit of a sweetness, maybe from a brown sugar, or a creaminess about it. It's not overly strong, but it will work in an open concept area. It's one of those hum in the background scents, very oaty, creamy scent. If you're wanting to add like a pie crust base or a crumb base or a biscuit base to something and make it a little bit bakery, this is also a fabulous mixer. So that's the other reason this kind of made it into my ultimate 6-pack, as well as my ultimate enjoyment of it by itself. It mixes well with so many things, so you can create new and different scents with crumb top. So this was a bring back my bar, I think last June or July, I think was when this came out, and I wouldn't have thought I would have liked it. Another one I would have thought that eye is watering from hay fever. I do apologise. That I wouldn't have thought I would have liked. But went straight into my Scentsy Club, and not only did it go straight into my Scentsy Club, but it brought back massive scent memories for me. So, the next one. Winter for me personally, I'm a big fan of apple and spice scents. I will warm a lot of apple and spice through winter. I love the smell of a fresh apple pie. I love apple and spice scents. And there are a lot of apple and spice scents I contemplated on choosing for this, because I am a big apple and spice scent. But I ultimately went with apple bottle frosting, because the combination of that with crumb top to me was beautiful. It was an apple crumble in the oven, so it was sweet, it was rich, you got that apple, you got that little bit of spice. And again, this is another fantastic mixer. One I kind of wish I put more in my Scentsy Club when it came out. It came out in the same Bring Back My Bar as Crumb Top. But the reason I only added one to my Scentsy Club was because when I got my consultant kit, I got a really old rancid bar of apple butter frosting, and it didn't smell right on warming. I kind of knew from listening to people's reviews that that's not what apple butter frosting smelt like, so I kept that one bar in my Scentsy Club in the hopes that I would get a fresher bar. And when I did, I loved it. I was pleasantly surprised. But by the time I got that fresher bar come to me, the promotion for Bring Back My Bar was over, and I wasn't able to increase the quantity in my Scentsy Club. So I still get one come to me every 3 months to enjoy. Usually it's gone before the next 3 months come. But this is one I will enjoy all winter round, and I will enjoy mixing it with lots of different things too. So I kind of feel having 2 scents in my ultimate winter 6-pack that I can mix will be really good at creating different scents. So that's number 3 on my list. So number 4 on my list. Another thing I really enjoy in winter is a cider scent. I really, really love cider scents. We don't get many cider scents here in Australia. I'm excited that in Bring Back My Bar in June, we will be getting cider mill, and I can see myself popping that into my Scentsy Club and popping that into my Scentsy Club in multiples. I'm also excited that cider mill has a bit of a pumpkin base to it. We also don't get many pumpkin scents here in Australia. And if I was asked whether I was an apple or a pumpkin girl, as much as I love my apple and spice scents in winter, and that's because they're readily available here in Australia, which is probably why I love them, I actually wonder if I am more of a pumpkin girl than a apple girl. If I had readily available all the pumpkin scents, would I reach for the pumpkin scents more? That just makes me wonder. But this one doesn't have pumpkin in it. Just a little thought that was going through my brain there. So, I was talking about cider scents. So, we don't have many here in Australia. I haven't smelt cider mill in the bar. I've smelled it in cleaning products. So, I'm not going to pop something I haven't smelled in the bar into an ultimate 6-pack just yet. But one I have smelt in a bar, which I picked up through the clearance section, quite a few of them until they sold out in the clearance section. And I kind of wish I had come across Scentsy before it was in the clearance section and I was able to add it to a Scentsy Club, because it was already in the clearance section when I joined Scentsy and had no idea about Scentsy. And that is honey pear cider. This is absolutely delightful. It's sweet and syrupy and fruity, but it's warm and mellow and inviting at the same time. Absolutely love it. One of my favorite mixes to do is to do honey pear cider with Jack's Obsession. This is my last bar of honey pear cider, and I am hoarding it like no tomorrow. I probably will use it up this winter because there's no use hanging on to bars if you're not going to use them and not enjoy them. But I'm going to be really sad when this is no longer available for me. So this is another one I vote like crazy every Bring Back My Bar. I'm glad I've got cider milk coming. That's going to go into my Scentsy Club, no questions asked. But if this ever comes back in a Bring Back My Bar, this will go into my Scentsy Club for life too, because this bar is life itself. So the next one I'm going to talk about. So I've gone through kind of a bit of a spice, a bit of a cider, a bit of a bakery, a bit of warm comforting. So in winter I still want to feel occasionally a crisp clean, a crisp fresh note, but I'm not going to want to reach for citrus personally when it comes to that in winter. In winter, clean and crisp means mint to me, especially in winter. So I have chosen Silver Bells for my clean and crisp kind of when I'm feeling in the mood for something that's not quite so heavy. So, Silver Bells. It is a sweet candy cane mint and pear. So that pear just sweetens and I think brightens up that beautiful sweet candy cane mint. This normally comes out every spring summer catalogue for us here in Australia, but it is currently in the clearance section, this bar, along with the Silver Bell hat, the Silver Bell spray and the Silver Bell scent circle, which makes me wonder, they may not be bringing that back next catalogue. I have 3 of these in my Scentsy Club come every quarter because I love this scent that much, and it won't be coming out of my Scentsy Club, particularly if it doesn't come back next catalogue changeover. If it doesn't come back next catalogue changeover, I will still have the bar to enjoy for life because this is my favourite mint scent of all time. And the final one in my 6-pack, I went and decided I would need something just for the bedroom itself. Yes, I do enjoy warming toasted acorn in the bedroom, but I'd warm that throughout the whole house, as I would apple butter frosting and crumb top. They're kind of more, to me, kitchen, lawn, lounge room, whole house specific, rather than bedroom specific. I'm going to want something that I can just close my eyes to and relax. So I went with Stargazing. So this is kind of giving lavender vibes, but it's not lavender and it's not quite lavender. It's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit darker, almost perfumey, incensey and smoky, with that herbaceousness from the lavender is what I kind of get. So I think this is the perfect winter bedroom scent, which is why I kind of went for this. And it's kind of one of those love it or hate it scents. You're either going to love this or you're going to hate it. If you like jammy time, if you like those type of scents, you probably would enjoy this, but it is a little bit more incensey, a little bit more deeper, and slightly, there's not a smoky, like a wood smoky sound. It's just like that oriental perfumey type smoke that you get from this when I smell it personally anyway. But I really do enjoy it. So, as I said, this was kind of a harder one for me to go to because there are so many scents that I enjoy in winter. There are so many bedroom scents that I would warm in winter. I wasn't going to go cozy cardigan because I chose that for my all year round scents. So that's in my all year round 6-pack. So I wanted something that was a little bit more deeper, and when I was looking for this one, I was probably going to go this or the new cashmere and corduroy one that came out, but I thought cashmere and corduroy was so similar to cozy cardigan that I would go something a little bit more different. Other ones I might have been considering would have been vanilla oud or Pacific sandalwood. There are other bedroom scents that I really love to warm in winter. But I will be doing other 6-packs that may include them, they may not. But for my winter 6-pack, I thought stargazing deserved its place in my ultimate winter 6-pack. And there are a lot more, as I said, apple spice scents I was considering choosing from. There were probably a lot more bakery scents I was considering choosing from, but I just felt, to me, this was a good combination for an ultimate winter 6-pack. So I hope you enjoyed my ultimate winter 6-pack. What would be your choice of winter scents? Are you a mood melter, or are you, like me, a seasonal melter? And if you are, what are your go-to winter scents? What do you enjoy? I'd love to know. So next week, I'm going to go through all these things again. I'm going to go through all the year rounds, the summer scents and the winter scents. I'll probably start off with one of them, but I don't know which one. I have to look in my book to see what I've already got pre-prepared. I know some I'm still kind of contemplating some scents with, but instead of doing normal Scentsy bars, I'm going to go through these themes again and do a ultimate licensed 6-pack bar. So next week we're going to focus on like our Disney, our Marvel, our Warner Brothers. So when we're bundle and saving, you can bundle and save your normal bars in a 6-pack, but you can't add your licensed bars in a 6-pack with your normal bars. If you're going to do a bundle and save of a licensed scent, you need to do it with other licensed bars. So that's why I'm going to do these themes again, but in a bundle and save licensed pack, just to show you what scents I actually enjoy in the licensed pack, and just to see how different maybe I have chosen from what I chose in my normal pack. So it's always curious to see these things, or I'm curious to see these things. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.